Welcome, Scorpios. This is your June 29th to July 5th forecast. And for you, what's highlighted is your spiritual growth and development for this week. So we're going to see what we have in that area for you. So we have Judgment. We also have the Knight of Wands, as well as the Four of Cups. Okay, so you may be coming into some new revelations. So these are ones where you are finding it's necessary to really be focused on what your priorities are and what's important to you, because some of you may be focused on the past, or you may be focused on trying to force particular specific outcomes, and that's really keeping you in this place where you don't have clarity and you may feel stuck or stagnant in some way. So you're really being guided to look at all that you have available to you and all that's around you and everything that you're grateful for, and being appreciative for that in this very moment. And also, if there's areas and times where you can be more generous with your time, with your effort, with your money, then you're being guided to do that as well. So you may be really holding on very tightly to something from the past, or some old beliefs and systems, values that just aren't beneficial to you. They aren't helping you in any way to grow and advance here. So this is really time for you to come into that knowing and raise your frequency here. And this could be also about like just letting go of some vices that you may have, or again, just people, places, things, traditions, values, employers, whatever this is that isn't serving you. And you absolutely, like, I'm not saying just quit your job. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if it is time for you to start to delve more deeply into your spirituality and be doing things that align with that, start to do those self-care practices that make you feel more aligned with who you are. And some of you are going to find that through those self-care practices, you can start to be financially free from that. And the more that aligns with who you are and connects with you, then you may feel more comfortable with leaving your 9 to 5. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say that. I don't mean like just quit your job, okay? And I know you know I don't mean that, but sometimes you have to explicitly state that so people aren't thinking that you're saying something that you're not saying here. So again, it's just about deploying more of those self-care practices so you can find more of what you love and more of what makes you feel fulfilled and happy. So let's look at some underlying issues here. Letting go of what's not serving you, allowing transformation and change to happen, allowing yourself to reach new heights, to step into a higher frequency and vibration. Like some of you are still focusing in on, like I said, the past, or these things, this environment. Some of you, it's even toxic, I'm hearing. It's a toxic person or environment or beliefs that you know aren't true, you know aren't serving you, you know aren't helpful to you. Okay? What else? We have the 9 of Pentacles here. So you may also not be feeling safe or secure in the direction you're going, or for you wanting to elevate your spirituality, raise your frequency or vibration, that may be make you feel a little uncertain or a little nervous, or just unsure of what that looks like, you living on that higher frequency and vibration. And for some of you, this is even about like, not knowing. It's not that you don't know how to manage your money, but it's like when you receive a very significant amount of income, if you receive $100 million, or you win the lotto for $300 million, you may be a little fearful of that, because you may be thinking like, okay, well, how am I going to manage all that money? What am I going to do? Who am I going to help and support, and who's going to want things from me? So, it could also be that, and your fear of being successful and receiving that abundance, as well as it could be just a fear of not receiving it as well. Okay, so there may be something tied to that is coming up as a challenge for you here again this week. And it does align with your spirituality. So however you're aligning this and however it's resonating, but it doesn't have to specifically be about money. It could be about just being abundant and feeling abundant, and others around you in your environment not feeling that way. So you being afraid of, okay, if I feel this way, am I going to come across as being unauthentic to others? Am I going to come across as, shoving my happiness in their face? Yeah, there's a lot of different components that come up when you are raising your frequency and vibration. And that is what's coming up here as a challenge for you. So we also have the 5 of Cups here. Or I'm sorry, 5 of Pentacles here. Okay, so yeah, you definitely have some contrast that may come up as a result of you being in this place of just feeling better, being better, making better choices for you. And sometimes everybody can't go on this journey with you because they're not aligned and they're not in the same space. They're not even on the same wavelength as far as just being positive and spreading unconditional love. So there may be some people that just are way behind, and not saying that in a bad way, but they're just not at the same level that you are. And we're all at different levels. No level is good or bad. We're all at just different levels in our growth journey. Okay, so just recognize that they are on their own journey, and it is not your place to force them along their path or to stop your growth because they're not quite there yet. Okay? You being who you are and showing them how you successfully manage money as well as be on a higher vibration and frequency, how you successfully help others in the community on a higher frequency. You may have designed for yourself to be the example for them to see that, and it be something they can aspire to, or they can take inspiration from it for their particular journey and path. Okay? So that's a significant reason why. It's not the only reason why, but that is a significant reason why you should not hold yourself back. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have deep personal strength and peace that assures success and a position of authority. So, okay, we are still looking at challenges. So this is very clear to me what we're saying here as far as you holding yourself back for some reason or another. And it is time for you to not be doing that. Okay, so if this resonates with you and you find yourself doing that, you're being called out for that, and you're being told to step on this throne where you belong, where you know you belong. This is where you're supposed to be here. Not in this place of making yourself feel bad because you're advancing and you're growing and you're developing. You should be proud of where you are on your journey. You should step onto this throne with pride of all the work and the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained and everything that you've accomplished as part of your path. This is your victory. Take it. All right, let's see what else here. Let's get those beliefs. Okay. You are absolutely strong enough. You are powerful enough for all of this. You can handle this. You wouldn't be granted the throne. You wouldn't be given the throne. You wouldn't raise your frequency and vibration if you couldn't handle it. Okay? You will never receive anything that you cannot handle. So you receiving it is a blessing. It's abundance coming towards you and for you because of the effort, the work that you put in, and just trusting and knowing of who you are. Quite simply, that's it. Because it's not about like, oh, you put in all this hard work and all that. You exist, and that is enough. You exist. That is enough. Okay? So you are now trusting in that and in who you are and stepping into that power and that place of being whole and complete and knowing who you are and what you deserve by your birthright. I love it. What else? Give me one more here. Okay. So you're moving towards this. You're gaining that strength. You're healing yourself. You're gaining that power. And I feel like you're gaining more and more clarity every day. You're being more of your authentic self. You're allowing more of your authentic self to shine through and to show who you are. And you're allowing yourself to be divinely guided as well. Okay. So you taking like a really, really bold approach to this is like you showing up as this king or queen, no gender here. You showing up as this person of authority in your full power and being passionate and creative and allowing yourself to have fun and to play is what is for you. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That is allowing you to further advance yourself along your path. Okay, so do that in a playful way. I'm hearing do that in the way that you normally would. You are still you. You are still you. You are just this person in all of their glory and power. So let's look at your outside environment here. Okay, so we have the page. The spears are, what are the spears? They're swords. Okay, so we have the page of swords here. Okay, so yeah, that is, okay, that is just confirming for me really that you stepping in your power, taking a really brave approach, being straightforward, being confident is what's going to be beneficial to you at this time. And it's also allowing others in your environment. So you may see that in your environment. You may find others, soul family, to take that knowledge and wisdom from and see how they're acting and reacting in their environment. So that could be beneficial to you, or that could be the energy that you're putting out into your external environment. So others are seeing that and they're being inspired by it. So either way, and I feel like it's probably both things that are happening, because you can always find someone who can inspire you, and you can always be an inspiration to others. So yeah, that absolutely can go both ways. So what else is going on in the external environment here? So we have a lot of hope and faith. So there may be like a lot of soul family around you that are connecting with you. And they're connecting with your messages. So if you do share services or products, or you do tarot readings or a psychic, whatever this is, whatever you're sharing with your community, any of your products and services, they're open to it. They believe in you. They support you. They trust you. And this, again, is that soul family that you find, okay? And connect with. The more you put yourself out there, the more you share your gifts and talents with the world, the more your soul tribe is going to find you and connect with you. So if you are in that place where you're not feeling as sure, you're letting that self-doubt and those fears creep in, that's being called out here. So you're being invited to really step into your strength and power and love yourself and value yourself and trust yourself, and allow that to be your basis from which you do everything, and you're inspired to act and to take inspired action. So let's look at guidance here. So we have the Two of Spears. All right, so there is opportunity here for you to take the blindfolds off and to see truly what's going on, and to really connect with what your true desires are. Because some of you may be sort of stuck in a 9-to-5 type of matrix situation, and you haven't even thought about any of your gifts and talents and what you aspire to do. Like I'm seeing like fishing for some of you. So some of you may even find that, you know, being out fishing and recording videos and things like that and sharing it on social media is for you. That's something that you love and enjoy to do, and that may become very lucrative for you. So it's just that simple. You deciding what the priority is, how you're going to incorporate those self-care practices in and which ones are important to you, and doing those things that you love. And as a part of that, the divine inspiration will come through to you, and you will figure out what it is you need to figure out to move forward. There may also be some of you who are sort of having that struggle between the 3D world and the spiritual world, and elevating your frequency and connection with Source. So there may also be some revelations and choices that you're deciding on, like what's coming with you, what still aligns with who you are, versus what no longer aligns with you, what is no longer true about you and the person that you are, and how you interact and engage with the world. Okay? What other guidance do we have here? Allow that transformation and change to occur. Allow anything that's not serving you to go away. Allow yourself to be open to any new blessings and abundance and ideas that come your way. Pay attention to those signs and synchronicities as well. Okay? So, what else do we have here? We have messages coming through to you. Clarity and expressiveness is on its way. So expect messages to give you the confirmation needed. So, and this is speaking specifically about a particular idea that you may have thought about. And that's so wonderful. Like, my mind is blown. We were just talking about you, your products, your services, your ideas, and you being a divine spark coming towards you or coming to you that you start to explore and you start to expand upon. So here's that confirmation right here. So thank you. I love that. I love that. What else? So we have release. That's a wonderful message as well. So as a part of these self-care practices, also letting go of anything that doesn't fit with you and who you are anymore. Breathing. So there may be some breath work, some exercises that may be helpful to you. And even if it is when you get into these moments of contrast and challenge, if you need to take a couple minutes or just take a couple deep breaths before you respond, you're being guided to do that. So again, the deep breaths or breath work may be something that someone's being guided to do here. But allow yourself just that time, those moments of peace, so you can gain clarity. What else? So we have you setting time for self-care and nurturance, and recognizing that if you're not able to help yourself, you cannot help others. That is also a wonderful message about getting those self-care practices in, and that is something that we've been talking about at length here. Okay? And we have passion ignited. Wonderful, because we know, and I feel like for some of you this is very specific. As you do those self-care practices, it will come to you. As you take time to just relax and replenish your soul and replenish yourself, body, mind, and spirit, that idea, that spark is going to come to you. What else? So we have stargazing and giving yourself focus and allowing your intuition to flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So again, self-care practices. Get them in so that you can receive those nuggets of wisdom from your higher self. It's all you sending you messages. So allow yourself that time and space to receive those messages. Okay, Scorpio, so those are the messages I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.